Welcome to the home of the Tulane Green Wave, Human Stadium in New Orleans, Louisiana. As we'll see, a squad from the American, the Navy Midshipmen, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Green Wave offense takes the field, and they'll have the first possession of the game. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it. The line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Leaves it with the back. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. So the Navy Midshipmen offense comes out, and they'll try to put together their first drive of the game. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individuals.
It's a fumble! It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? Navy quick to the line. They'll go to the fullback. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
And you give it to the big boy. I like that. Those guys are really stout. They're usually not very tall, thick as can be, used to hitting linebackers. That's what they chew on linebackers for a living. I love when you give them the football, they lower their shoulder and get that first down for you.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. The option look. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Navy will have it with a 1st and goal. DB's right up on the receivers. On 1st and goal, pulls it and runs to the right. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, midshipman.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Power football with the run. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab down the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Gives it on the option. Turning it on. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
I don't know if the defense was expecting pass on that 3rd down, but they just got gashed by the running game. How about the physicality by the offense up front there?
Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's looking deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Man, as a quarterback, you've got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Immediately fires to the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got a man. It's Prince. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds. Didn't get enough to move the sticks, but enough to leave them with the decision.
And the defense did a great job understanding the sticks, rallying to the football, getting them on the ground. And you're right, Reese. 4th and short, that means decision time, or for us, green light. Go for it.
They'll move the tight end. Has to get there to move the sticks. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Tulane right back to the line. He'll keep it himself. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tulane.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. K-State has the lead right now. The Little Apple has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They are up by 7 over Baylor. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it. This one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Navy offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. On the move. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Fires to the big fella. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Navy will have to punt it away. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Guzman. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. It's complete to the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Flips it out to the back. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Looks as if that'll be enough for a Tulane first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Tulane with an opportunity on first and goal. He's looking to pass. Trying to find the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown, Green Wave. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They marched 56 yards to the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. And the returner is stopped. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Now on the option. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Up-tempo for the offense.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Oh, they're after him. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
When they take big shots down the field and they air it out, I got to trust my technique. I got to stay with that wide receiver, wait till he shows his hands. When he shows his hands, I'm bringing my hands up to knock the ball away. Nice job by the defense using his technique, knocking the football away.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. That's caught. It's Prince. Breaks into the open. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be knocked down. And Navy will go back on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll run the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Third and short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Motion from the back. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. They'll run the option. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on 4th down. Navy will have to punt it away. Let's see what he can do with it. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
They're going to ride this running back.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Tulane to the line, facing 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Going to try to get it himself. He got enough for the first down before sliding, but there is a marker on the field. It might be coming back. They had the first down before that. Back them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. He's going to fire deep. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Tulane. Once he got some room, it was over. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. K-State has the lead right now. The Little Apple has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by just one over Baylor. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And here comes the Navy offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. On the move, it's Jackson. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Navy quick to the line. Here comes the option. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down. Tempo and overdrive.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Hand off from the shotgun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Guzman. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Green Wave trying to move the chains on 3rd and short. Quarterback may change this route. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. Under fire. He got past the sticks and slides to a stop, but there is a flag on the play.
Hold on.
That penalty caught. Third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. The Green Wave in a world of hurt on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Wants to throw on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense.
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The midshipmen got the explosive play on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. To the air on first down. Finds his target down the middle. Powers through the defender. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Navy quick to the line.
First down for the offense.
And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Second down coming up.
Got it. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Here we go. Looking to fire. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
By the receiver.
Just on the edge of the red zone. First and 10 from the 21.
Good enough.
Everybody lined up, quickly snapped and spiked to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The midshipmen looking for a chunk play on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. It's good. Easy call for the refs.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. One more snap coming before halftime. The run run to the left. At the 35, he's loose. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They'll immediately call timeout. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield on first down. Unleashes one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in New Orleans for a fun first half than you? And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see two offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And Navy will go back on the attack. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football game.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Handoff from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He'll pull it down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold offense.
So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Okay. Now on 2nd down. Let's go. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Guzman. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about.
Hold offense.
This defense happy with how... Play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. And here comes the Navy offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. The midshipmen with terrible field position, deep in their own territory, trying to work their way out. On the option. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've been kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll send the back in motion. There he goes. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play.
That's the danger as a defense when you're playing against this guy, because you know you're going to see the option. And if you don't have a player dedicated to pursuing and stopping him, he is going to burn you like he did right there. He has elite speed. You saw it on that option play.
They'll try the run. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They want to run this quarterback. Can't get him to the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Wants to go up top. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And that inside linebacker showing you the speed and the recognition. Saw a gap and saw a crease and a free path to the quarterback, and woo, he took it.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Navy will have to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on. That one as it hops out of bounds. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. He'll pull it on the read. Runs for the tackle.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
Hands it off on the counter. Creates a little room. Turning it on. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the wideout. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Motion from the wideout. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Right on the money. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Going to sling it on second down. It's complete on the right side. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Looking for a crease to the left. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They'll try to start this final period by putting a 3 spot on the board. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. No good. They blow the field goal. Something finally goes wrong.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
It's the runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Man, these read options are so hard to diagnose, just like right there. He picks up a little chunk of yards, not a big chunk, but it's so easy when you run the read options.
Why is that? Why is it easy?
Because if you want to play fast to the football,
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
and this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Zings it complete to the right. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Throws to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. He's going for it all. Makes the grab inside the 30. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
From the gun, running back on the move. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Gets the back moving on the option. It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
To the air on 2nd down. He'll pull it down and run. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And both these quarterbacks, man, they're showing off their ability to take off and scramble and make plays. Right here, it's a design pass. He's looking to make a play. What does he do? He sees some space, captures it, makes the big play with his feet, gets another 1st down. This guy can do that a lot.
Off the RPO, complete. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Tight end now in motion. Leaves it with the running back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the ground game. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Hold it.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Second down coming up. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Guzman. Breaks into the open. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The give out of the gun. He's dragged down at the 12. Chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on 4th down? Offense working from the pistol. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. And that lead grows even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back, but...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side. They've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. They'll leave it with him. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. So you might expect to see victory formation. Instead, you will see a field goal attempt. And they get the icing on the cake, and that might make for some long memories after this one. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.